Hello folks, well we're on to one of Mr. Trucking and Farming's, and this time it's a TTI TCB881. What are these, about 2012, 2014, something like that. And one of the disappointments with the TTIs, and that might not mean this one at all, but certainly with the earlier ones, that by the time they were getting to be 3 years old, they were becoming microphonic if they'd been fitted in a vehicle from new. And what we were doing is, when we were supplying them new, we were actually putting a conformal coating, a type of varnish, which RS supplies, RS Components do, for tropicalisation. We put it into the printed circuit board. I'll show you when we open it up, to try and stop that happening. I must say we never got any of ours back, so I must have made the right decision there. Anyway, this is TCB881. It's in for optimisation, and well, this is one of the few sets we've actually got a sales brochure on file for. Here we are. So did them in different colours. That's the black one. That's the garish one. There you go, all the sales blurb. He doesn't say up to 4 watts like most of them do, so it might... Oh, blue illumination, how awful. What's it going to do? 0.7 for 10 dB cyanide. Right. We've 15 minutes. Can't even spell trucking and farming. This will have to be finished today. I'll have to come back this evening. Oh, 28 to 29. January 26. TTI TCB 881. So it's a MultiNorm set. If it's capable of AM, then that won't have been in with the UK thing, because it wasn't at the time. That didn't come in until 2014, but because it's CE approved, if it does do that, we can legally use it, but it might be cumbersome. Right. Better have the mic, I better have the power plug. And I can get the mic out of the bag. So, copy the instructions. I never seem to get them. Bit of corrosion there. So it's supplied 2013. So there we go. If I could see which way around this works. One thing, we won't need to clean the socket on that. Right, power supply on, radio on, not that one, that one. You get a longer than usual mic lead on this particular model. The fact it said it's got a blue display gives me the impression you can't change it. Haven't I had one of these in recently and the display's gone dim because the plastic has degraded in somebody's lorry? I think it was one of these. There's nothing we could do for them. Right, squelch down. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Ah, squelch is right at its, yeah. I don't know whether we've got a dirty preset or whether squelch is over something. Right, channel, how do we do channels on this? It's there. Okay, we'll switch picture in picture on. And we're going to transmit. Now, because this is 80 channel set, we're going to have to change how this is. So that'll be channel 1 CPT. That'll be channel 40 UK. So we'll do this channel. What should we do? Shall we do channel 40 CPT or channel 1 UK? I think we'll do channel 1 UK. So we're in the centre. So we'll just for giggles, we'll key it up on channel 20, and after the usual delay of a modern set, it's doing 3.2 watts. So we'll go to channel 40. I'll be generous and say 3.1. Doesn't have low power, of course. It's not a UK 2781 spec one where that was required. Now, does it wrap round or do we have to? Yeah, it wrapped around on this one. So EU is 3.4 watts. And we'll go back to channel 40 and through to 1. There we go. 3.2 watts. It may only do 4 watts if it does 4 watts on CPT. Right, go back to channel 20 because some of our things are set up on that. And that is, we'll look at current consumption. It's 1.03 amps, which is quite low for a modern set. So I suspect we can probably get a little bit more out of it. The test gear's been on all day. I'll just look at deviation. Wallow. Why can't I see it? Have we changed something? 1212. Wallow. Looks to be about 2.6. We'll see. Won't be doing a VCO thing. And the frequency, if we go over to camera 2, is 27,79118. That's virtually spot on. That's fine. And of course it should be 27,79125. Of course it'll drop with age. It's the crystal's age. It might be adjustable. So we'll look at. I expect this is a pre-programmed meter, which just tells you what. It just says that it transmits. I think it's reading. I'll just put full-scale deflection. I think it's pre-programmed. Tell you what, we can prove if it's pre-programmed. Let's drop the power to 12 volts. So at the moment the radio is doing 3.1 watts. We'll drop the power to 12 volts. The radio is now doing exactly the same power. That was a good test, wasn't it? So it's all regulated. So that's one of the things about new sets. At least it does the same power on different voltages. Well, that test didn't work out, but it was a nice little try. Meter lamp is LED, so it's LED. They don't have public address, do they, these? Hey, they do. Get that ticked off our box. We've got 6 minutes left. All my glasses are muddled up. Right, public address, how do we do that? Oh, you switched to PA just like the old days. It'll probably be on mic gain. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 1 2. Whoa, 1 1 2 1 2. What on earth is happening there? The radio's still transmitting. I'll switch it off. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, 1 2 1 2, still transmitting. Testing 1 2. Back to CB. Testing 1 2. Well, I'm at a loss. Right. So we'll put 2779118 into the signal generator. 2779118. I was there then. That'll do. Okay, so we'll plug our test equipment speaker into the extension speaker socket. I probably need to provide an earth. No, don't. Go over to synod meter. On here it's 0.57. I'll tell you what, we'll do this on channel 1. Reset this. 60125. And slightly detuned to 118. Okay. So it gives us 0.62. For 10 dB, 0.54. So it exceeds the manufacturer's specification. It looks like we're at exactly 1 for 20. Let's just have a look on the other scale. 1.1 it says. Squelch to full. It's 300 millivolts, a bit harsh. But then it's awfully slack at the other end. So, oh, that might help it. Yeah, that might help it if that's adjustable. It will help it. Let's see what minimum squelch is then. It's 0.3. And S9 should be 100 microvolts, and what's it read? Well, it's there, isn't it? We're just on that edge. We just take it to. Have I got RF gain at full? Yep, I have. It's a bit generous, isn't it? It's 27 microvolts. Oh, it's there. Right, we'll get it opened up. Turn the volume down. Screws in the back. I've got 1 minute. We should just get a glimpse of the innards. I've got my sheet here, which I've done on a previous thing, so we can do quite a quick job on it. Probably have to take that back screw out of the other side. While we've got that back exposed to me, EH0 10424, 104, good buddy. EH0 10424. Cancel timer. 247. These catch, don't they, on the... You've got to get this past... I'm going to turn the power off, but we're going to end up... You have to take that bottom lid off. You've got to get these past the heatsink at the same time. You can't just lift it upwards because of the... Oh, it's gone back. What side's gone back in? And then the other side goes back in. Oh dear, that's been in a damp environment, hasn't it? So there's no visible snags with it. That'll be the auto squelch, I expect, as an afterthought. Version 2.3. Oh, the S meter and the transmit meter are both adjustable, so it looks like it's real. So I'll leave it on. I'm going to go for tea, and then at least when we're back, it'll all be at full operating temperature. Okay, I'm back with you. So we'll get on with this. Do the transmitter first. These have an overall power setting. So we've got AM modulation, we've got, they call it FM modulation, which of course is deviation. That's going to be automatic power control. And we've got transmit meter, they call it TXS meter. So I'll use the 1.5mm tool. And we start, because I look at the notes, don't touch that one, it's VCO. I'll tell you what, we'll do the transmit frequency. Let's go to camera 2. And see whether we can bring it up to the correct frequency. So it's going to be 27,60125. Leave it very slightly high, it's ideal then. While I'm at it, I'll reset my signal generator. There we go. Here we go. We'll get on with the transmit. I'll show you that meter. So, what was it? Nearly 3.4 at the moment. Centre of the peak. I mean, they do look right. I don't know where these coils have been fiddled with. Anyway, let's have a look at APC, wherever that's near the tool is. Looks to be there. That brings us up to dead on 4. I'm not happy about this coil. Just going to see whether we can fiddle with that. Looks like the coil stretch has been at it. Okay, so let's change channel. It's got quick up or something, hasn't it? Oh, I can't be bothered to find that. So channel 40 is like 3.99, channel 1 4.05, probably a bit less than that. So 4 watts, 4.02, 3.99. Get to channel 1. Channel 1. I'm not there. And current consumption is now 1.138, which is actually, for a modern set, good. What have I done to my finger? My hand's coming apart. We've done frequency 27,79127. So I'll tell you what, we'll go straight on to doing deviation. My test set behind me has been on for more than half an hour. I'll do this on channel 20 because it's set to that. Of course, it makes no difference what channel we do it on. Right. Wow. Just kind of over the top. Right. change the other to the other glasses. It's virtually spot on. Actually, it was 2.6. It's now 2.5 with the peak, so that was fine. Okay. Right. So it was 2.6. So that was already right. So that's fine. We just brought it up a bit. RF power meter. I'm not used to them having RF power meters because they're usually fake. But this one, it looks like it's got a real one. I think we said it's that preset. And there we are. Now we're also going to do AM mod. But I'll do the receiver first and we'll come back to AM mod. So I want, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do the receiver on channel 40 CPT. Okay, so how do we set the channels? You know what? This is frustrating. I have to get the right page out of the instruction book to see how to do it. Right, well, some menu functions, when you press the lock button on the microphone or whatever, menu settings, beep tone, timeout timer, scan, background dimmer. Right, not bothered. So we're going to put it into what? We're going to put it into E for us to get AM FM at 4 watts. And with it being CE approved, we're legally able to do that. Because I say these were made before 2014. So, what do? Press AM FM button. Yep. And scan at the same time. And then press AM FM button. Looks like that locks it in. So, here goes. I didn't do it. That was too quick. So now flashing that E. Switch it off. Switch it back on. And I want channel 40, so I'm still in the centre of the 80 UK available channels. There we go, and if we press band, I expect it goes to AM. It does. And that means we can do AM mod right now. So we'll switch to, although we've got capacitor issues with this meter on deviation, we haven't with AM. I'll have to retune it because we're normally set for channel 20 UK. So here goes. Oh, and their gap goes as well. What we actually, still got that plugged in, have we? 1, 2, wallow, wallow. Oh, it's over the top, isn't it? Wallow. That needs to come down a fraction. So, out of interest, I'm just going to go to FM. We'll go to deviation on here. We'll just see what the deviation reads. Wallow. He's reading about 4, which of course we know he's wrong. But I just want to see if it changes when I alter AM, so if there's any interactivity between the two. So back to AM, and it's the one which says AM mod. I could use the tuner, but we'll just do it this way. Wallow, wallow, wallow. Right, and now we'll go back to FM. Go back to FM on the test set. Wallow. That's still reading the same. So I just wanted to verify that was going to happen. So that's done AM. About 95%. It was. We'll just have to write this down as an extra. AM mod. It was 99% plus, which we don't want. You get squedging. Right, that's that done. So we'll now tune the receiver. So I'll go back to FM because I'm set up to do it. FM. We need to put 27405 into the signal generator. 27405. I'm doing it on channel 40 CPT because I need to set the AM detector. Okay. There we are. I'm going to have to plug my equipment back in. Do we need an earth? That must be negative earth set. And we need this in AM. That sounds better, doesn't it? FM signal gauge on an AM receiver wasn't very good. So with our cyanide meter, we'll do the detector right now actually. I'll look at my crib sheet. AM detector is this one. So 100 microvolts on the signal generator. Let's look at our oscilloscope. Camera 3. Thank you. And that wanted a little bit of adjustment. Okay, we're done with AM. There's nothing more needs doing. So we'll now switch the signal generator to FM. And we'll switch the radio to FM. And we'll look at the detector on FM, which is that one. That was fractionally out. Now the way this was performing was actually working better on, and it's normally the other way around, it was working better on UK channels than it was on CPT, because we need it to be in the centre, because the customer wants it that way. If customers want these only to ever work on UK channels like we would, we're not interested in CPT, we'd optimise it for the UK channels, but this customer wants it in the centre. So, let's drop the signal, and we'll go over to the cyanide meter, and we'll see what, there aren't a lot of adjustments. Drop the signal right, oops, look, we've got the squelch issue now. I can't turn the squelch down enough, so we're going to have to jump a stage and hope we can adjust the squelch. Is there a squelch preset? It's going to be that one, isn't it? Yeah. Can we turn that down? We don't seem to be able to. Well, that's going to be clever, isn't it? I'm just going to turn the set off. I'm not happy about this connector. It's as if it wasn't properly in. And, you know, if one of these isn't properly in, that could be adversely affecting. It could be just with the squelch one that's playing up. There's no bent pins. I'm going to use my ordinary screwdriver to kind of push on the plastic. It's quite flimsy. Most of these are a much kind of sturdier nylon. Now that is fully in. Now I'll switch the radio back on. Well, you know what? Squelch now works. Oh, just. Let's see where this preset is. Drops tool on floor. Now I'm not understanding why that. Just wonder if we've got a dirty control. Anyway, we'll carry on, see if we can tune the set. Fraction there. This will probably want a bigger signal. There we go. I won't take a reading until we've switched back to the one we tested it on. Yeah, we tested it on channel 1. Let's see if we can set this squelch. So I've got this automatic squelch which has this extra board in. Let's see where the sensitivity is on that. It's about right at 1.1. I'm not going to adjust that. I wouldn't want it to be, normally I'd say 1.1 to 1.6, and it's 1.1, so ASQ, whatever it's called, I'll call it ASQ, and it's 1.1 microvolts, and it's still 1.1 microvolts because not adjusting that. Let's put 100 microvolts on the signal generator, and we'll look at the S meter and see what that has to say. And it's now slightly different. It's to where it was. It's more generous. That's where I want it to be. Again, I think we'll recheck that when we're back to channel 1. Squelch. Put squelch to full. So on manual squelch. To show you the attenuator, I'm at 30 microvolts. I want it to be stronger than that. And that's where I want it to be, 100 microvolts. However, we're going to go back to channel 1 and we'll make sure it's all the same. So it's press those two buttons, switch it back on, and we'll go to, it's not just UK, it's UE, so it covers UK and European channels, FM only, and that's, there we go, we're on channel 9 UK. Let's change channel, and then it wraps around to channel 40. When I release that, there we are. So I'm going to go to channel 1 UK, we'll reset the signal generator, 27600125. Nice. We're going to go and put the signal generator to 100 microvolts, show you the attenuator. Turn the squelch to full, put 30 microvolts. That's reading right. And squelch to full, 100 microvolts, and it opens. That's what I want. And so now we can read off the sensitivity if we turn the squelch down. We can look at the cyanide meter and see whether it's any better. It was already exceeding manufacturer specification. There's our 12 position, it's 5.2. So we've gone from 6.2 to 5.2. And 0.46. And hopefully by doing the detector we've improved the clarity. Now I'm right on the edge again. So I've got 1 on that scale, let's change scales. And I've got 0.95 on the other scale. So this time we'll call it 1. So that's what the detector's done different. We've got, let's do minimum squelch. Signal generator to standby, set minimum. Not quite 0.3. we now have 100 microvolts. We've done that. And the only other thing is we didn't get PA to work. Perhaps it doesn't. Or was that part of this ribbon cable? Right, let's plug in our extension speaker. Why we got CB over PA, I have no idea. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Doesn't work, does it? Testing 1 2, and the radio's still transmitting. 1 2 1 2 1 2. One, two, 1 2. Well, I'm not going to delve into that. Just unplug these speakers. I'm going to regret doing this, but I'm going to have a very quick look in case there's something stupid. I may not be able to. I seem to remember it's a swine and a half getting the front panel off, and I'm just not going down that avenue. But I may be wrong on my memory, which is always like a sieve and always has been. If I can just dislodge the front couple of millimetres, I might be able to inspect the soldering between the front panel and the main board. If anything's got anything on it, it's the it's the local distance switch. I'll get my. Oh, I've gone and left the isopropyl alcohol in Mr. Chippy's workshop. I'll be back. I'll use the stupidly expensive £5.95 plus VAT RS brush because I need to get down here. Do the other connector while I'm at it. I'll come back to this. Obviously what it needs to dry. Should be about 10 minutes. I'm not going to delve into it for the PA being dodgy. It either works or it doesn't, and you know, we don't want to be starting to spend a lot of time on a feature that nobody's ever going to use. Right, so we'll come back to that in a moment, and I will plug in our extension speaker ready, just like that. Switch picture in picture off too. Right, so we will plug this back in. Power on, radio on, and we've got our positive back on. Switch to PA, it's in PA. I just expected to say PA in the window, it's just not registering, is it? Testing 1 2. Well, you know what? Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, 1 2 1 2. But it is still transmitting. How bizarre. Right, okay. Well, that's the end of that. We'll put the set back together, and it's not going to get that looked into any further. Just listen to ourselves on our walkie-talkie. What are we on? Let's go to UK, channel 20. Plug our speaker into the speaker socket, into the PA. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. And other way round. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Good. Right, because it's a faff putting these lids on. Yeah, just don't know where that's been. I'm gonna see what microphone is like. Well, that's what I started this video talking about. And it's underneath on these sets, the VCO. These are as much fun to put back on as they are to take off. There we go. The VCO's under there, so you can't do anything about conformal coatings and things like that, is what I was talking about. It's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Other lid. Screws. I'll do the screws in the back later, you don't want to be watching me do that. So, there we are. We will, when we find out how to switch it back on again, let's take the extension speaker out, take the test equipment out, switch the test equipment off, put in our Antron 99, whatever 99 error it is, and we'll see whether we can hear anybody on its slightly improved receiver and a transmitter that's doing 4 watts. One niner Roger. Let's see if we can activate scan. It goes through all 80 channels the way we've got this set up. Stop it back on 19. Mind you, it would help if we've got mic gain up, and we'll do 1 niner Roger again. 1 niner Roger. And there's our auto squelch. So there we go. All this will do, local DX, it'll switch out the RF gain, I expect. A automatic noise limiter only works in AM. Right, well there we go. Thank you for watching TTI TCB881 from about 2012. And we've been on the air test for a few days on this. Mr. Chippy's dear mother is 80 this weekend, so he's going to the party. So there we are. Thanks for watching.